R&B money.
You're fired. You need a moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need a defining moment that says one of two things. One, I can do this. And two, here is the either success or revenue to prove it. What moment is that?
When I got my first placement, my first actual, that moment was, for me, It Won't Stop. The record with 7.
Mm-hmm.
Was that your first record?
No, it wasn't my first record, but it was
Like
my my
smash
first record.
I'm like, I knew you before that.
Yeah, it was my first record that charted.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? If you want to talk about when I thought I was gonna arrive, it was the Drake song I did. I did a song called July, which was, I originally did it with Janae.
With Janae.
And he heard the song because my boy Jazz, who was rocking with us, he took it over to Drake. It was like, man, I'm telling you, you got to get on this.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to get him as a feature. Drake was like, no, I want this song for me.
I didn't know you wrote that.
Yeah. So he ended up doing verses on it, singing my Janae was on the hook. I ended up seeing him at remember Chris and Polo used to have them skate parties.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It was going up. I ended up seeing him at the skate party, and he stopped me. He was like, yo, congratulations. And I'm like, what's good? He like, yo, we're going to get Beyonce on July, and we're going to put it out. And I'm like, word. All right, cool. Just make sure, let's do the business. Like, I try to play him cool, but in my heart, I was like, this is my moment.
I've arrived.
This is my moment.
Yeah.
So, and at that time, me and Drake was like, remember, it wasn't FaceTime. It was like iChat.
Yeah,
we was iChatting ideas back and forth, and on BBM. He was on BBM heavy. So like 3 months go by, I get in touch with G and Hip Hop. They like, yeah, we using the record, we doing all this. Then one day the record just leaks, and it's getting played on Hot 97 and all these radio stations, and I'm like, huh? This was supposed to be the Beyonce.
Yeah.
So I hit him and I'm like, yo, bro, what happened? How did the record get leaked? And all he had for me was, I know, it's shitty. And then a few months later, he comes out with, that album, the crazy album, Thank Me Later.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a song called Fireworks on there. I'm not insinuating anything, but I'm just like, I'm just being transparent with you. I was fucked up by that. Because I felt like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I would tell everybody about this song that I got coming. And like, oh yeah, for sure. And shout out my boy Diesel. He paid for the session for that song.
Diesel?
Yeah. And my boy Sticks recorded that song for us. Y'all know Sticks? Watch Sticks?
Watch Sticks?
Yeah.
If you
don't do it again.
One more, y'all know about niggas that's our friends. Sticks is my friend, my real life friend, not my industry friend. That's my friend.
You're right.
Stop it, bro.
This is the one place where
You're my friend.
Assumptions are allowed. Okay. I get it.
Dog.
Assumptions are allowed here. All right, cool. I got you. It won't happen again, boss. Swear.
So the record leaks.
So the record leaks, and I still get paid royalties from that song. It ain't like
but that's how big of an artist Drake is.
Yeah,
right.
That's what's crazy. We never did no splits, no nothing for it. But yeah, after him doing that, it really put a real bitter taste in my mouth for the music industry.
Yeah.
Because I felt like that was some industry. You know?
But it could have been something that was out of his control.
I know.
Right? You know?
And now looking in hindsight, I consider all things, right? But back then
you didn't consider none of that.
Yeah, because that could have changed my life.
Yeah.
That could have been life changing for me, because I can't tell you how many people I know when they find out I did that song, or they like, that's one of my favorite songs. I don't have as many songs as a lot of people out here, but the songs that I do have, so many people tell me that is one of their favorite songs.
Yeah.
And I'll take that any day, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
you're saying from that song, even though it didn't turn out the way you hoped it would, the 7 record is the one that actually gave you everything that you needed to get from it.
Absolutely.
Which is absolutely my
absolutely.
Wow. And it came out twice. Because originally it didn't have Chris on it.
Yep. So that record dropped in. I'm just like,
who produced that?
So these guys that John Baptiste had, they were like some French dudes.
Okay.
I forget their name now, and that's terrible. Oh, they were signed to Diplo.
Okay.
So Diplo's name is on the credits. But yeah, that to me, that just was such a you know how you do certain records and you like, I'm just doing this for them. I'm not attached to this record like that. It's just for them. I do this in my sleep. That record was one that was like spiritual because I can tell you, I went in that booth and the first things I did was the song.
Yeah.
I'm talking about from dun 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 and then I scattered all that on the first time. And that's when I know God is in the room.
Yeah.
And we was like, nah, we're writing to that. You know how you go, somebody else go in and do melodies.
Right. We got it already.
They was like, nope, we got it. We got it. And so me and Sev went in on that record, man. And what's crazy is that session, Ty Dolla $ign called me to come to that session because he wasn't going to be able to make it.
Oh, shit.
So I kind of like filled in for Ty Dolla $ign.
Right.
That is great.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
you delivered.
And I delivered. And that ended up being like, we worked like a week. We did a couple different records, but that was my first time really locking in with Sev. I had knew her before that, but never really locked in with her like that. And that started our relationship where that's like my musical wifey.